All right, so you say you want to be rich, right? You want to be rich now, right? All right, well then let me tell you about the next kind of cryptocurrency. It's going to be the next Bitcoin. You got to buy it now because in 1 week it's probably going to be up about 3,000%. You got to get in. This will get you rich quick, I promise. Just kidding. All right, here's a video you guys probably never thought you'd see on this channel, and that's because I constantly spend time just bagging on people, and kind of as a pet peeve of mine, people that push this kind of get rich quick scams and different schemes like that, because they're just kind of preying on people's desires that they want to make money, and oftentimes they sell them a course and try to make them do something that's so saturated that it's not really going to make them any money, and it really just makes me upset. And I'm not a big get rich quick guy whatsoever. As you guys know, I'm much more long-term wealth, but there is a desire for it, and I understand people want to just grow their wealth pretty quickly, so I decided to kind of tackle this video in my own way. So what I mean by that is I found 7 different ways that allow you to grow your wealth pretty quickly. Now, these aren't these overnight successes that you hear about and see YouTube ads for and different things like that that promise you $1 million in the next week or so, but they are within maybe 1, 2, just a few years allow you to grow your wealth, because for me, that seems pretty quick to me. If you can sustainably and responsibly grow your wealth within that period of time, that's pretty good for me. Considering when thinking about growing my wealth, think of it on a much more long-term scale. So let's get to the chase here. I'm gonna go over 7 different ways that you can start growing your wealth pretty quickly and sort of get rich quick. I really don't like saying that, but my definition of quick here is maybe a few years. I don't believe in these overnight successes and anything like that. So let's jump into what the first way is to kind of grow your wealth quickly. And if you're new here, my name is Calvin Rabb. Here I make videos all about personal finance, so if you're interested in anything like that, I would love it if you would subscribe. Alright, the first way to grow your wealth pretty quickly can be through real estate. Now, I know I always talk about real estate as being a long-term game of sorts, and that's what it is for me. As I'm getting into rental properties, I'm much more buy and hold for a long time, but there's a lot of different ways to make money in real estate. Some of them are quicker than others. So I'm going to go over 2 of the ways in real estate that you can grow your wealth, and the first way, in my opinion, is out of everything that I could possibly think of about getting rich quick, this was one of the most proven ways to grow your wealth quickly within real estate, and that was through the BRRRR method. And that is 4 R's after the B, and they go for buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. Now, if I say BRRRR and you have absolutely no idea what it means, that's okay, because I am working on another video that talks about BRRRR. But you can also just look it up online and read about the strategy a little bit. It's essentially the idea of investing in a certain property, buying a property, fixing it up, and renting it out, getting your money back, and kind of doing it over and over. And that's very vague. Don't worry, I've got videos for you guys on that topic. But I just wanted to let it out there that in my mind, the BRRRR method within real estate is one of the best ways to reliably grow your wealth and start getting real wealth pretty quickly. It's not going to be overnight, but within a few years you can grow a pretty sizable portfolio through this method. The second way to grow your wealth through real estate fairly quickly is through house flipping. Now, of course, there's a kind of a misconception around house flipping. I think there's a lot of TV shows about it that make it look very, very simple, which it is not by any stretch of the imagination. When you get into house flipping, you are not getting this passive income thing. No, you are getting yourself a job. Now, it does pay you money and you can get money pretty quickly. I don't necessarily think it may be the best for me. I don't really plan to go about house flipping, but it can make you good money relatively quickly, meaning like within the next year or so if you get started into house flipping. And there's tons of people that do it that are much more experts on the topic, so I recommend checking them out to see if it's for you. But BRRRR and house flipping are 2 ways within real estate that you can make money pretty quickly. But then I gotta add it again. Remember, quickly for me is like 1 to 2 years, because I want to grow real wealth here, but I'm just kind of expediting the process and looking at ways that you can grow real wealth pretty quickly. The number 2 way to start kind of getting rich quickly is just setting up new income streams. So it's kind of said in kind of common knowledge or just vernacular that we say that millionaires have at least 7 streams of income. Now, this can come in many different facets, and I'll make another video about different income streams you can set up, but you can do things like start a side hustle, you can start a side business, start working on the weekends, pick up a different job, and just increase your revenue through multiple different income streams. Now, this can be quite a bit bit of work at first, but hopefully as in the next year or so, you'll set up systems in place that allow it to be a little more passive, and every month you got to do less and less work for it. But it does start to increase your wealth pretty quickly when you have multiple streams of income coming in. Although it can be quite a bit of work kind of at the forefront there. Number 3 way you can kind of become rich quickly is not so much an investment in anything, but being very frugal. Now, I personally am not the most frugal person on the planet. I'm very careful with my money, but I'm not insanely frugal. But if you are insanely frugal, you can save a lot of your money. So a lot of people, maybe they're making $100,000 a year and they're like, how can I spend my money to make a bigger return on investment? Well, if you just flip it and say, how can you not spend money? You'll find that at the end of the year, you'll have more in your bank account than you would have had you invested it elsewhere. Although I do recommend taking what you save and then investing that elsewhere. But living frugally for a little while can help you get rich quickly and just save a lot of money depending on your income. That can be more difficult for others depending on salary and expenses and lifestyle situation and different things like that. As with anything, if you really want to get it working for you, don't just save it, go invest it into different assets and things like that. So not only do you saving more money, but you're also growing the money a little bit more and more and more. Now, I was very careful in that I really thought about this for a long time because this really isn't a get rich quick thing. I don't even know if I should include it in this video, but I do want to just put it out there because it is a way you can get rich quick and in certain circumstances somewhat quickly, and that is you can start a business. Now, there are tons of different businesses you can start, and you can start making money in different ways. So oftentimes the revenue stream from the business within a few years can start making you pretty decent money. It can also be maybe bought out or something like that, but it's just a good way to make money. So if you're wondering on business ideas, I made another video about how to come up with business ideas. I made another one about best home-based business ideas. So I recommend checking both of those out. I will link them in the description below. Starting your business is a great thing to do. It isn't get rich quick, so I don't know if I should add it. As I said, I'm still debating that, but who knows, maybe I'll take this part out. But it's also very rewarding, and it can really grow your wealth because now whenever you put your effort into something, it is going to result in you making more money rather than a company that when you're an employee, that's how that works. But it's a great way to go about kind of growing your wealth and unbelievable opportunities to make a lot of money. The number 5 way you can start to get rich is by learning a valuable skill. Now, when trying to figure out which skill you want to learn, you can first think of, what am I good at? What can I do that no one else can really do? And then you can really think about, all right, how can I monetize that and make money from it? If nothing really pops in your head right away, maybe you don't quite know the skill that you have that other people have, then you can look at what are very marketable skills that are out there and you can become very good at it, you know? Spend the 6 months to a year just perfecting it, becoming the best at it. Pick that skill that is rare and that is marketable and that is valuable and say, I want to be the best at that. And when you are, then people will pay you for it. Oftentimes it's kind of the upper echelon of different skills that can make a lot of money, and if it's marketable, if it's rare, then that will just push your value up more and more and more. So focus on a skill that is rare, that is valuable, that is marketable, and you can make a lot of money. Number 6. Now, I always talk about how investing can lead you to growing real wealth down the line through compound interest. And that's always in kind of a long-term scale. So I was thinking about when trying to incorporate stocks into this video, I wanted to think about, all right, so if it's more long-term, then how would I include this in a get rich quick video? Well, the answer is start now. Because it goes back to that old mantra of the best time to plant a tree was set 20 years ago, the second best time is today. So same thing goes with stocks. If you want that compound interest, if you want to get rich quicker, then you're going to want to start today because stocks can grow your wealth. And the sooner you start, the better off you'll be over there. If you keep delaying it and procrastinating, putting it off, then you are just losing out. So this definitely is not a get rich quick thing. It is how to get rich quicker, meaning the longer you wait, if you wait 5 years, then that's 5 years of compound interest down the line that you're missing. And that is, if you look at compound interest calculators, which I highly recommend, it is insane how much money you could be losing. So just start now when it comes to investing. Invest now. the number 7 way to get rich quick, and this last one, and it could be one of the more impactful ones on here, and that is to network. And the reason networking can lead to you getting wealthy quicker is because what networking does for you is it opens opportunities. And those opportunities can lead to real wealth. So the more people you meet, the more opportunities that will come to you, which is kind of a numbers game. And once those opportunities open for you, it's important to you to jump on it, and that can lead to real wealth. So networking, it goes back to the old mantra of it's not what you know, it's who you know, and also the idea of you are the average of your 5 best friends. So if you are not so wealthy, but you hang out with a lot of wealthy people, oftentimes that will elevate you up there. You'll get the mindset, the mantra, how to do it, and different things like that. So networking can lead to real great opportunities, and just once those opportunities come, then you can make money. And the more people you know, if you do it quickly, if you network quickly, those opportunities will come quicker and will allow you to make more money sooner. Alright, so that will round out that video, but there is something I want to say kind of before I leave. I really don't like this idea or the thought of like getting rich quick, because oftentimes what happens is people try to get rich quick through all these different crazy methods. They take crazy risks, they do crazy courses, they start crazy things, and they start working really hard for a long time. You know, they spend 1 to 2 years just chasing all these different opportunities to try to get rich quick, and in the end, because oftentimes they're so saturated or there really wasn't a way to make money there to begin with, they end up just exhausting themselves and not really making that much money in the end. Whereas had they not gone after those get rich quick opportunities and just gone after proven time-tested assets that have always returned and just grown your wealth a little more slowly, but much more proven, much more reliable way to grow your wealth, then they would be a lot wealthier right now had they done that rather than chase these little get rich opportunities. So I want to ask you guys, what are some other get rich opportunities out there? Real opportunities that other people can take advantage of. You know, maybe you will help someone else out that's been chasing these other just not so great opportunities in hopes of getting rich, and your comment will help them just sit them down and just really help them grow their wealth a little bit quicker than they would have had they done anything else. So I would love if you guys would comment that below, and this is an interesting topic. So just let me know. I'll be responding to you guys. I really appreciate all the comments, and to all my new subscribers out there, hello, it is great to see you there. Thanks so much for kind of joining this family of sorts, and I really appreciate it. If you're new here, my name is Calvin Rabb, and here I make videos all about personal finance, and the reason I do that is because I believe that personal finance can be fun. So in each of my videos, I talk about different finance issues and different things like that. So if you're into that, I would love it if you would subscribe. I've got videos coming at you every single Monday and Friday, so be sure to look out for those. Lots of videos like this one, finance related, and a ton of other real estate related and things like that. So just come along with the journey. You can follow me, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for all the support you guys give me. I truly appreciate it. Have an awesome rest of your day, and as always, my name is Calvin Rabb, and I will see you soon. Goodbye. See ya, guys.